Your next matchup is scheduled for 3 rounds at a catch weight of 173 pounds. Bednarek versus Smith. Let's take a look at the video and see what's up.
Up next is a welterweight battle between Matt Smith and Matt Bednarek. The mauler Matt Smith had a successful pro debut at BTC 16 with a TKO victory over Curtis Richard. He looks to carry this same momentum into a new year with another big win. In his way is London's Matt Bednarek. Training out of the infamous Adrenaline Training Center, Bednarek has been a main training partner of Jesse Ronson for years. With the cage jitters of the pro debut over, Bednarek looks to make a strong impression on the Canadian MMA scene with his sophomore appearance tonight. This is Matt the Mauler Smith versus Matt Bednarek. Well, there you see Matt Bednarek here in his second professional mixed martial arts fight for BTC Fight Promotions. Made his pro debut back in September of last year right here at BTC headquarters, where he was a middleweight and fought one of the top middleweight prospects in this country in Dorian Dokai. But Matt, he's moved down to 170. I think that's a better weight class for him, and he really wants to prove himself. As we mentioned in the video, he was the main training partner for Jesse Ronson, and that bond with him and Jesse has just been so good and gives him the confidence to continue this journey in mixed martial arts.
Yeah, when you're going with a guy like Jesse Ronson, like I said, one of the best in the country that could do it day in and day out and taking those beatings early and getting better and better and building yourself through a guy like that, it gives you confidence, somebody that can, like that can compete with the best in the world. What are you doing too? You're competing with him. And that's what Jesse said when we talked to him. He said he used to just kind of be like a body, somebody they kind of beat on and used, and then he just got better and better and better and became one of the main stablemates.
And it's kind of cool as well for Matt Bednarek because he takes a beating from his opponent, from his corner before he steps in the cage for Bednarek to not only train with Jesse, but he's getting a fight in the same card with Jesse main eventing later on tonight.
That's always cool. That's always fun. I enjoyed competing on the same cards as my teammates and my friends if I was ahead of them. I didn't like fighting after them because you got that anticipation of worrying about their fights and whatnot. But yeah, he said it's been a privilege and never thought it would happen. The way it ended up here, he gets a chance to do it, and he was very, very excited about that.
As we talked on, this is Matt Bednarek's debut at 170. This is the much better weight class, I think. He fills out the frame. He's got the right height, and he's proven he can easily make 170 pounds. And I think it's a tough test here for Matt Smith against Matt Bednarek.
Yeah, it's definitely the weight, especially this first fight going against somebody like Dorian, who's very big for that weight class at 185. Yeah, 170 looks much better suited for him.
Well, Matt Bednarek's inside the BTC cage as he waits on his opponent, the mauler, Matt Smith.
And his opponent, making his way into the red corner, please welcome Matt Smith.
Well, there you see Matt the Mauler Smith, who made his pro MMA debut this past July at BTC 16 Challenger Series 1. Got the win and looked really good, but got the win not the way he wanted. His opponent, Curtis Richard, had an unfortunate injury in that fight. But what we saw from Matt Smith, this is a guy that really can showcase things on the feet. He loves the spinning bat fist as well. And when we spoke with him before, he always felt his wrestling was really good, but working with Urgis Segeta, his wrestling's gone to another level right now.
Yeah, working with a guy like Urgis, day in and day out, you're just going to get better for sure. I love his Walkout t-shirt. It's a perfect shirt for him, the Thor hammer there. And yeah, he's like that kind of guy that just kind of grizzled and tough, and just you can tell he's a hockey player, a former hockey player. Just even when you talk to him. But yeah, he just has that. He's athletic, he's tough, durable, good everywhere. He's just one of those guys that it's a tough fight for anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. When you speak with Matt Smith, he feels one of the biggest attributes he has is that hockey background, being an athlete growing up, because he was able to transition right to that from hockey to mixed martial arts. And when we speak with him, he's such a nice guy. And he does give off that vibe of a guy from the cast of Shoresy. But you know what? He's serious 100%. Business right now when he's going to step inside the BTC cage, because he said, you know, he wants to keep this O as long as he can. Right now, 1-0, has a long way to go to try to keep it going, but this is a good matchup. One of the better fights, I think, on this card, and great job by our new matchmaker here, Woodrow James, making it together.
Yeah, I like this one. He said he expects a very, very tough battle, you know what I mean? But he thinks, you know, he obviously wants a quick stoppage, but he said his speed and his strengths are going to be his major attribute in this fight. So we'll see if he can implement those against Matt.
Well, Matt Smith inside the BTC cage against Matt Bednarek. Which Matt will hit the mat?
It can only be one.
As we look at the tail of the tape, there you see Matt Smith a little bit older. Height goes to Bednarek. Weight's the same, just a 2-inch reach advantage for Matt Bednarek. So let's throw it up to our ring announcer, Mr. Throwdown, Pete Trevino, to get it underway.
Here we go, BTC fight fans. This matchup is scheduled for 3 rounds at a catch weight of 173 pounds. Being brought to you tonight by Niji's Natural Medicine, Choice Edibles, and Instant Imprints. Your referee for this matchup is Patrick Goulart. And now the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed in gray. Standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, he weighed in at 172.4 pounds. He is a freestyle mixed martial artist representing Adrenaline MMA. He comes to the cage looking for his first victory tonight. Fighting out of and representing London, Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, here is Matt Bednarek. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed in purple and yellow. Standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, he weighed in at 172.2 pounds. He's a freestyle mixed martial artist representing Loyalist Martial Arts. He comes to the BTC cage undefeated with a record of 1 win and no losses, with that one big win coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing Belleville, Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, here is Matt the Mauler Smith. Referee Patrick Goulart with final fight instruction.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the back room. Obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do so now. Fight well.
Ladies and gentlemen, this BTC catchweight contest will be decided in 3 rounds or less.
Patrick Goulart, the third and final man in the BTC cage. Matt Bednarek in the all-black trunks. Matt Smith in the black with yellow and purple trim. And here we go, touch of gloves between Matt Smith and Matt Bednarek. And there you see the speed already from Matt Smith.
That's what he said he wanted to implement there. He thinks he's the faster of the two.
Oh, catches the kick and puts Bednarek on the ground. Up kick from Bednarek, but just jumps right into half guard, does Matt Smith.
In Bednarek's full guard here. Bednarek working with guys like Jesse Goff at Adrenaline, Andrew Elliott with his wrestling, and of course Ronson. Comfortable down here on his back.
Bednarek's definitely been here many times as he tries to posture up.
He's doing a good job of controlling Matt Smith so far. Controlling the head, reaching over and getting overhooks. And he's trying to get angles. You see him shifting his hips. He's looking to create some angles. If you stay flat on your back, there's not much opportunity for you. You got to get up on a hip, get to a side. That's going to lead to some sweeps and submission attempts.
And while Smith's working here, you know, obviously maybe the first fight he had against Curtis Richard, well, those pre-fight jitters, it's your pro debut, but I didn't realize how much of an explosive athlete Matt Smith was. That was a quick ability to start with the kick and then get the fight to the ground and jump into this half guard position.
Both these guys talked about, you know, having their pro debut jitters a little bit. And it's a real thing for sure. You know, it changes once it's you're out of amateur. Once it's professional, it matters. It counts. It's on your record. You know, getting paid. You know, you're trying to advance your career, so it can definitely affect people.
Well, Bednarek said he really wanted to strike with Matt Smith, and I don't think Matt Smith had the same ideas. He wanted to get this fight to the ground as quick as possible. Smith also did say he wanted to end this fight as quick as can, but right now trying to posture up and get some good position.
Smith is doing a good job at following Bednarek's hips. Bednarek's trying to get angles, like I said, and Matt just following on top. Not throwing too much ground and pound yet. He's trying to, have top position here and really try to wear on Bednarek a little bit here in the first round.
Yeah, just continuing to move Bednarek wherever he wants is Smith and Smith, kind of just accepting, not really, doing anything crazy. Not looking for a submission, but there is always ample opportunity, especially with 235 to work off your back.
Yeah, Bednarek is in a good spot right in front of his corner, so he's got his coaches right in his ear, kind of telling him what to do and where to go.
And one of the things, too, is the benefit is here at the BTC headquarters, it's very quiet in here. You
Very
can really
quiet,
hear your corner give you the instructions as they're being shouted out.
That's the one benefit of having a smaller venue, or when you're fighting in the COVID times when there was no audience, it was you could really just almost have a conversation with your fighter as a corner.
It's a little eerie, but I think the fighters very much so enjoy it. As Matt Smith trying to kick up off that Cerebral Champion logo there, Josh.
I like that one there. So what Bednarek's got to do now, he's spent the whole round here on his back, hasn't been able to really throw up any submission attempts or get back to his feet, so he's got to start looking to get his feet on the hips and start to create some space here and try to push off and get a scramble at least here, something, because the jiu-jitsu game isn't working against a guy like Smith who just stay in center, following the hips, and content and just, keeping you on your back.
Smith is just continuing to put Bednarek up against the fence. But, if you're the official, you're looking at maybe standing this up. I know a lot of guys hate stand-up, but while Smith is moving Bednarek, he's not really looking to advance the position or even landing some damage.
Right. I would like to see him open up a little bit more. He's been, almost 4 minutes here in this position. He's peppering a little bit, but I think he postures up just like that. And his corner's calling for it. They're saying posture up. Either all the way down like that or all the way up. One of the two. Don't kind of sit in that in-between range. That's where submission attempts will happen.
We're in the final minute here of the first round, and looks like Matt Smith's trying a triangle attempt. Nearly had it, but Smith was very aware of it and got out of that position.
Yeah, Bednarek's done a good job this whole round of kind of nullifying and limiting the damage, that's for sure. He hasn't got much offense off, but he hasn't absorbed much either.
But to Smith's point as well, he hasn't got enough damage off as well. He's more, as we said, been controlling the position. Now Smith's starting to let his hands go with the ground and pound.
Yeah. This is the time of the round, too, when you hear you get close to that 10-second clicker where really just open up and try to, finish the round with a statement. Even if you give up position, the round's going to be over in a second. Try to get some damage going right here. This is where you should be opening up and just unloading.
Bednarek trying to, get his back to the cage, and we can have a good flurry here in the final seconds, and we won't get that flurry, but a good opening round for Matt Smith as he's able to control the position on Matt Bednarek on the ground.
Yeah, not much damage done, but definitely 100% controlled. He caught that kick early on, got the takedown, jumped into that full guard position, and that's kind of where the round was, just him controlling Bednarek the whole round.
But you can see that working with the wrestling with Urgus Segeta has been a big benefit there for Matt Smith, as he was able to just quickly shoot in and get that fight to the ground and then control the fight basically in half guard for the full 5 minutes.
Yeah, I wonder if that was a strategy of Matt Smith, because he caught the kick and followed him down into that. Sometimes instinctually you just go there. You caught the kick, you see him fall, okay, boom, I'm going to go on top. And it worked for him. He won the whole round. That was a dominant round. Again, we'll see if he continues to go for that, or see maybe try it up on the feet now that Bednarek's worried about being on his back for the whole round.
The other thing, too, Bednarek, if you're looking just at the one tape of Matt Smith's pro debut, he was a striker.
Right.
He didn't really showcase or try to engage in much wrestling or grappling, so that maybe was a bit of a shell shock moment for Bednarek. But now that's behind him, where round 2 is set to get underway. Touch of gloves from the fighters again. Both guys were very respectful of each other at the weigh-ins.
Yep. And Bednarek said pre-fight, he said he'd rather keep this fight on the feet and use his range and just try to box with him.
Well, this is the round that Matt Bednarek felt like he could get the fight, Matt Smith out of there in the second round, but those good leg kicks from Smith.
That's a nice calf kick there from Smith. Oh, he shoots in again, double leg.
But this time, Bednarek does sprawl, but fence kind of hinders his position to advance, and there's a good job to just drive down for Matt Smith.
Yeah. Matt Smith doing a good job of sucking the legs out. He's trying to jump to a full mount here, but he's not going to be able to against the cage here. Bednarek's going to use this. He's going to give up his back here unless he got the overhook. He's going to eat a couple shots to get up here, but he's going to get it.
Smith trying to grab the back of Bednarek's left leg, but Bednarek was able to, use the fence to get up here.
Yeah.
We're in that stalemate position right now.
Yeah, he's switching to a single. Bednarek
Trying to Kimura. Kimura attempt here for Matt Bednarek.
He doesn't have he lost the positioning here. He's in side control now. It's going to be very difficult for him to actually get this and use it as a sweep. Not impossible, but a lot more difficult when you don't have your legs involved. And he lost it.
Yeah, lost it, and Smith will get right back in almost that side control, trying to pass and get full mount, pinning the arm down. That shot there looked like it did hurt Bednarek.
He's going to eat a couple here, trying to get back up. Oh, now he's got to fight the hands. Matt Smith is going to look to pull him back to the mat. He's switching back to the double leg, or he's trying to. And again, Bednarek's going for that Kimura again.
Well, it's obviously something Bednarek's been working on here, is trying to get that Kimura.
And he has it here. He has it here.
There's a chance at the Kimura, but good job to roll through by Matt Smith.
Yeah. Matt Smith knew that was coming, rolled through, and a good scramble to get top position here. And as he turns out, got a little crazy there, a little sloppy.
Got a little wild, but Smith still puts the pressure on.
But yeah, Matt Smith just relentless,
Yeah,
continues that pressure.
He doesn't give his opponents any space to operate, no breathing room.
He's going to look to suck him off here with that single leg. Nice chest pressure takedown.
Beautiful single leg takedown from Matt Smith as Bednarek still working off his back, looking for that Kimura.
He's still going for that Kimura. He's looking to get his, he lost it there. And now we're back to where we were in round one. We'll see if Bednarek settles here with this second half of this round in this position.
Bednarek looks like he's starting to breathe a little heavy now too, Josh, that could be an issue with 2:20 left in just round two.
That was a lot of energy used by both guys in those exchanges there. A lot of wrestling, a lot of grappling, a lot of explosive movements. So it's taxing for sure. Bednarek's done a good job of being cage conscious and knowing where he is. He's working his way back to the wall. It's much easier to stand up with the cage behind you than it is in the open cage.
And that's how Bednarek was able to get up earlier in this round, using the fence to his advantage. And here he is again, trying to get back up.
That overhook is what's keeping him safe here from not giving up his back. Now it's going to be a battle for that inside position. Inside position. Now it's 50-50.
Good knee to the body from Matt Bednarek.
Bednarek needs to repumble it or push off and strike.
But just driving Bednarek back is Matt Smith. Credit to Smith. He's not willing to relinquish the position. He took some good knees there, and he's still all over Matt Bednarek like white on rice.
Yeah, he's not giving him any space. Right, nice knee up there. He's got this single leg. His corner's telling him to run the pipe.
Bednarek's looking like he's trying to get his hands in the ability to get a choke attempt, but Smith able to adjust his head position.
Yeah, it's all about head position here. Right now, Matt Smith is winning the head position battle. Now we're going back to pretty much a 50-50 here. Bednarek's got to repumble right there. See, that left arm's got to repumble. He's got to use that now, that underhook. He's got to kind of... he lost it.
Big tie knee just missed from Matt Bednarek. And there's just that explosiveness from Matt Smith, able to shoot in double leg takedown and get Bednarek away from the fence.
I don't like going for the Muay Thai clinch when your back's against the wall, especially with somebody that is constantly trying to take you down, right? Right when you throw that knee, right when you put it back to your feet, he's driving in for that double leg, and that's what happened. He sucked him off the cage.
And as well, it was a good job by Smith to switch the hips, too, to avoid Bednarek from being up against the fence and getting right back up.
This has been a very, very grappling, wrestling-heavy round. Both guys are going to be fatigued.
This is a grueling round. I'm tired just watching it. I can't even imagine being the two mats. As the horn goes to end round two, solid 10 minutes of action with 5 or less coming up.
Yeah, a very good fight, good back and forth, little battles in between the wrestling and grappling. Matt Smith is just being relentless and not giving Bednarek any space at all to get his game plan going.
Yeah, I think that's the big factor here is, as you see right here on the replay, Josh, just that beautiful double leg takedowns that Matt Smith's been able to show.
Yeah. And when he does lose position, when Bednarek gets back to a solid position, a foundation, he's right on him again.
Bednarek had a moment there. He was looking for a Kimura, but credit to Matt Smith, aware of the position, able to roll out and keep putting the pressure on Matt Bednarek with his wrestling.
Yeah, he let go. He knew he was in danger. He rolled through to get out of that position and then shot right back in, giving no time at all.
And if you're in Matt Bednarek's corner right now, Josh, what are you saying? Because you know that pressure and that wrestling is going to be coming full force at you one more time.
You know, I'd be saying, you know, we're down 2 rounds, right? So we got to try and put this guy away in this round. You cannot have your back on the cage there. You know, you got to take the center of the cage and keep him at your distance. You know, a lot easier said than done, especially with a guy like Matt Smith who's so explosive and so quick. But yeah, he's got to just let his hands go. I throw no kicks, no low kicks right now. Hands and head kicks.
And Matt Bednarek really wanted to showcase the striking. Hasn't had many opportunities to in this fight. There's a good jab,
nice jab.
But once he got in close.
Yeah, but see, that was a beautiful jab he landed, but he didn't keep that distance. He got back in that wrestling distance, and again, Matt Smith took advantage of it now, and he's trying to get that single, and he gets it.
And Matt Smith takes Matt Bednarek down to the mat one more time here in the 3rd round. I'm just very impressed with just the evolution from Matt Smith. He showed in his pro debut he can really be a striker and a wild, crazy kind of guy with a spinning back fist, but he's got the fundamentals really down with using wrestling as a solid base to control this fight.
Yeah, you can tell that he works a lot with Ergus, you know, because this is very much an Ergus fight, taking guys down, staying heavy, ground and pound, you know what I mean? And it's showing in this fight. You know, his first fight, we saw more of the stand-up. And again, I'm sure his opponent watched the tape on that, thought it'd be more of a stand-up battle, and now he's, you know, wrestling heavy.
Not enough slams, though, to be a full Ergus fight. So you need a few of those big powerbomb type slams from Matt Smith. But Matt Smith will, you know, take this.
Oh, nice. I think that elbow from Bednarek cut Matt Smith open.
Yeah, there is some blood now on the chest of Bednarek, which obviously is coming off the face of Matt Smith.
Yeah, there was a nice little in-tight elbow from his back there that landed right on the, it looks like the forehead. I can't tell from this position. But that's what Bednarek has to do. He's down. He knows he's down. I'm sure his corner said, you know, we got to finish him in this round, so we got to just unload everything we have.
And there he is. Once again, another big elbow
nice
from
elbow.
Bednarek.
Very nice elbow from his back.
Posture the head up of Smith and lands it. And good job by Bednarek to fight off his back with the elbows. Got to be active off your back here. You can't just settle for the position.
And that's the risk of staying so close when you're on top of somebody like that. You know, the elbows are there to them slice across you, and they cut you so easy. So I'd like to see Matt Smith posture up a little bit here. You know, control the hips and look to rain down some punches.
Not the first time Smith's been cut, though. Obviously, in his days as a hockey player, you get many sticks and pucks up in the facial area.
Oh, I'm sure.
But Bednarek trying to get up one more time, but just that relentless pressure from Smith.
Yeah.
Taking those elbows and just eating them and just gobbling them up and still staying on top. And that's got to be kind of a backbreaker mentally for Bednarek. He's had his moments where he sees the blood, but he can't really act it and work on the cut because of the position he's in.
Yeah, he's trying. You can tell he's trying to get great space and get out of there. But, he's got to bring his feet inside the hips here. You know what I mean? Having a closed guard is not going to do anything for you right now. You got to open up, which he's doing right there. Right there. He shrimped out, got some space, and then he's got to get his feet inside and create some space and create a scramble, create some chaos, because right now Smith is just kind of grinding him away.
Yeah, he needs to create something, ability to get some separation, get back to the feet where he can, you know, swing for the fences, because I'm sure Bednarek in his corner told him, you're down the 2 rounds here. You need to finish.
Nice elbow there across. He pushed the head away and sliced through. Very, very nice elbow from his back by Bednarek.
Yeah, Bednarek also right by his corner so he can get the advice close and personal right now. But those elbows have been the most effective strike of the fight, really, and Bednarek off his back.
And Matt Smith isn't looking to pass either. You know, he's had an open guard majority of this time on the mat on all the rounds, and he hasn't looked to pass over. He's kind of very content on sitting in that full guard position and kind of just ground and pound away in position and control. Very like old school Tito Ortiz legs staying in that, you know, on the full guard position.
Well, he shows he's got plenty of energy, plenty of speed to get the fight to the ground, and just that tenacity to keep grinding on his opponent. Yeah. As Matt Smith, but
he's trying to control the wrist now. He's trying to throw up a triangle.
Yeah, he's tried a triangle a few times. Well, maybe going back to the Kimura, didn't have the angle.
You can tell Bednarek is trying, you know, down there. He's frustrated. He just can't get anything going. He's looking to subs. He's looking for sweeps. He's looking for Kimura. But the pressure and the relentlessness and the top-heavy positioning by Smith
Yeah, and there's some good ground and pound from Smith, that's followed back by off his back from Bednarek.
And this has been, even though Bednarek's been on his back, majority of this round, he's throwing a lot more offense off his back now. He's cut him open. He's throwing nice elbows. He's trying to advance.
But Smith, he's just willing to fight fire with fire and keep driving, throwing some punches as well. Some good ground and pound from Smith. And as well, good submission defense from Matt Smith in this fight.
Yeah, you can hear Matt Smith's corner saying, posture up and strike, finish with a bang.
Final 10 seconds here of this very grueling welterweight bout between Matt Smith and Matt Bednarek. They'll fight to the horn. And what a performance from really both Matts, Matt Smith and Matt Bednarek, though. Looks like the odds will be in the favor of Matt Smith.
Yeah. And, it was just the wrestling and the top-heavy positioning, I think, that was what the difference maker in this fight. Bednarek was game, on the feet when he had his small little glimpses, threw some good strikes, and even on his back, he was offensive, trying to get elbows going, but I think the strength, the positioning, the wrestling of Matt Smith was the critical factor tonight.
Yeah, Bednarek was able to cut Smith in the third round off his back, and that obviously appeals to the judges, but Smith wasn't, just going to be content with just the wrestling. He did land ground and pound of his own, had the better positions, and should be a Matt Smith fight in terms of what the judges see. But you know what? Good fight for both guys. They got full round experience, full 15 minutes in, and I can only expect to see great things from both guys as they go forward.
And it was a very grueling fight. Guys had to, push their cardio, dig deep.
BTC fight fans, please put a big round of applause together for both of the fighters in the cage. After 3 rounds of professional martial arts, the judges' scorecards read as follows. Judge number 1 scores the contest 30-27, and judges number 2 and 3 score the contest 29-28, all for your winner by unanimous decision, Matt the Mauler Smith.
Hey, Josh, how you doing, brother? I'm good. How are you? Good, thanks. Good. Feel good now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the winner, Matt the Mauler Smith. And Matt, that was a grueling fight. 3 rounds.
Yeah.
You couldn't get him out of there. Were you expecting that? Were you expecting him to be so tough off his back and not being able to really land a heavy offense?
I knew he was going to be a tough fight for sure. I got nothing but respect for the Adrenaline Club and my opponent there, Matt. Super tough club, super great club. Like I said, nothing but respect for them, and it's an honor to compete against them.
Was this a fight that you expected? Did it just happen? I think you caught the kick in the first round, got the takedown. You had good top position. Is that something you just went back to because it worked, or was that the game plan?
No, actually, that was just a change-up. I saw my wrestling was working pretty good, so I'm like, F it, I'm going to try see how wrestling does for me, and it seemed to work pretty good.
So you're now 2-0. You're making big waves already in this division. How quickly do you want to get back in the cage? Anybody in particular you want to fight?
Nobody in mind. I know Sherry and BTC are coming to Belleville in March, so that's where my home club is, Loyalist Martial Arts Academy. I'm from Sterling, just outside of Belleville, so I'm technically a Belleville guy. But I'd imagine that'll be my next show because, like I said, represent BTC. Very honored and proud to fight for BTC as well.
I think that makes sense. A hometown boy in Belleville for sure. I think you could sell the place out. Anybody you want to thank? Coaches, sponsors, training partners?
I got a lot of people I want to thank first. I'm going to start with my home club, Jay and Andrew. Thank you guys very much for all the help, getting me ready for this fight, being with me here today. Appreciate it big time. All my training partners at Loyalist Martial Arts Academy, the ones who came up tonight, and all my friends who came up tonight. Massive thanks to you guys for sure too. Like it means the world to me, the support I got. Urgus, you took me under your wing. You leveled me up to a whole new level. I wouldn't be where I am without you today, brother. So I appreciate it big time, my man. You're a fucking beauty, brother, mentor, awesome coach. I'm proud to have you helping me. My amazing girlfriend and my family. Thank you guys. My girlfriend's a gem. She always supports me. She was here with me all weekend, helps me with everything I do. I wouldn't be where I am without you guys and all my friends and everybody I missed. Thank you all. I love you. Thanks, BTC. Honored to fight for you guys. Very proud and very proud to fight for you guys. I think you guys are the best promotion in Canada, and it's an honor to fight for you guys for sure. Sorry.
Well, 2-0, you're off to a great start. I look forward to your next bout. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Matt the Mauler Smith.